Hi, all. Again, I'm Andrew Greenberg, Executive Director of the Georgia Game Developers Association. Thank you for joining us for this. I guess it's our annual GGDA meeting, Georgia Game Developers Association meeting in Columbus. We have a Columbus chapter here, but this is a statewide meeting. We usually only do our statewide meeting at Siege at the Town Hall. This, I guess, counts as our other for the year. So appreciate being invited down here. Appreciate all the work you guys have done on putting together CIMFest. Been a fun day already. We've had a lot of fun here and lots of viewers online having fun. But first, I'd like to talk a little bit about what the GGDA can do to support game development in Middle Georgia. So CSU obviously has a strong university, a lot of very smart people here, a lot of talented people here. But we would like to see more game studios getting started in this part of the state. So we have with us, introducing themselves. Can you show the mic?
Hello, I'm Blake Ledford. For those of you who don't know me, I am a Columbus State University student, a post-baccalaureate student pursuing a Bachelor's of Science in Computer Science with a concentration in gaming. I'm also here today as a speaker. For those of you who are not sure which one to go to at 3:15, check out my talk. It's going to be amazing.
And aren't you also the chapter president?
Yes, I keep forgetting that. I am also the student chapter president of the Georgia Game Developers Association.
I'm Rod Abondo, and I'm the Middle South chapter president of Georgia.
All right.
And director of CIMFest.
Excellent. So thank you guys for your work. Let's start a little bit by talking about ways to get the chapter here more capable of supporting game development and the like. What would you all like to see the chapter do? Well, you want to give a quick overview of some of the things that the chapter does already?
So in the spring, one of the things that I platformed, or my whole campaign was about, my platform was about, when I ran for the presidency of the student chapter, was about developers sharing their knowledge. It's something, when I was the ACM president, I thought I wanted to see more of, and I tried to implement. I didn't successfully implement it there as much, but one of the things we started doing in the spring is we started having workshops where students could go and share their knowledge about things that they kind of learned and taught themselves outside of the classroom. One of the key features of a successful computer science student is that they don't just learn what they're learning in the classroom. They take it upon themselves to learn the necessary things that they're going to have to use when they get into industry, when they leave CSU. And there isn't as much of a atmosphere of sharing and fostering this information as there should be. One of the key challenges within the student body is that some of your more experienced computer programmers are seniors and juniors and are taking some of the most difficult and challenging classes that exist and occur at CSU. And in addition to that, many of them are working internships. I, for example, have been interning with the Army Research Institute for the last 2 years. Balancing that in school, it's a challenge. I think one of the things that would be great, and I'm not sure of the best way to go about doing this, but any CSU alum that are in the area, if we could get them involved in some of the workshops with the student chapter, if we had someone more than just the seniors and juniors that would be willing to share the information they know, some of the things they learned, if we could get some of the CSU alumni coming back and sharing, or even some of the other GGDA chapters to occasionally come down to CSU to share the things they know, some of the lessons they've learned from industry, I think we would have a great and wonderful learning environment within the GGDA, and some of that mystery and unknown that goes into games development would be taken away then. And I think some students would probably feel a little more emboldened, a little more confident about starting their own companies and starting their own studios.
Do you have a list of alumni?
Unfortunately, no. There was a project to start a ACM database forever ago, just so we could start tracking alumni. There's been talk about a GGDA database, and it's, again, unfortunately, the most talented people are the people who have developed the most skills over time, not necessarily the most talented, are leaving, and they're taking that stuff with them. So it's It's an interesting conundrum.
So this is a little bit of low-hanging fruit because SCAD actually has a really good Facebook group for SCAD alumni from their video game development program. And that's kind of like the starting point. Just get that going. And they do a very good job of networking, hiring each other, spreading the word. Not as much about skill sharing, unfortunately, but they definitely network. So I think it'd be a great project for the GGDA chapter here to start up and start reaching out to formers.
Yeah, there are two potential solutions for reaching alumni. I work in registrar's office, so I have access to all this mass data. I just pull certain things, you can do that. Or the CSU Alumni Association, which have, they get all this information, but don't put it out for use. So if we start using them, we can pull things. Every so often they'll send an email to alumni and say, hey, what's going on? What's up? And then they keep a database of where they're at or what they're doing. So those are two options, both indeed very quick ways. So we can keep up with them. And then the thing is to get those students that are currently graduating, get them a way to come back. Alumni nights maybe or something.
And as far as getting other chapters involved, we've done this for Augusta, for instance, had Atlanta speakers present on issues of interest to them via our live stream. So we do our game dev workshops on live stream anyway. When our workshops are the fourth Wednesday or fourth Tuesday of the month, third or fourth Tuesday, one of those two. It's on. Those of you on Mixer can look at our channel and find out. But yeah, if there are specific topics you want, we can always set those up as a stream directly out here and let others watch it, but specifically aimed to you. Columbus State's one of those groups that really skews our Mixer numbers. We know that you'll be showing up as one watcher, but it'll be 10 of you or 20 of you or something like that. So that's much appreciated, actually. What about from those of you in the audience? What could be done here to help support game development, game studios, student projects? Do y'all want to see more involvement with game jams? Do you want to have greater involvement with the other chapter meetings? What sort of ideas? I'll run a microphone if anybody has anything particular to say. Here you go.
Sure thing. I've wondered if there's a longer format than game jams that might be appropriate. I'm an old man. I have to sleep in the weekend, and I've never gotten a game done in 2 days.
Well, actually, what we do with the Best in Georgia competition at the Global Jam is that the weekend work's only the start. That's the prototype. We then hook people with mentors, and it's what do you do over the next month that goes for the judging for the actual prizes. So this is there are many reasons for this. The number one reason is we want to see more games actually get launched. And so many great games get started at game jams that never go anywhere. So Joe has been a mentor. You've been a mentor for some of the folks in the Best in Georgia categories, haven't you?
No, just
the CDC one, okay, but yeah. So the idea from them is to maintain the momentum and actually launch. So that is one that can be done. In fact, we're talking about doing one in Atlanta mid-September that would actually focus on coming up with a prototype for a studio that could then pitch to investors for $250,000 to hit the tax credit level. And they would actually pitch at our investment conference at Siege. So, yeah, that's actually what I prefer to the weekend of it. Get your prototype done, get your least the viable contact, what is it, the most viable product together in a weekend, and then turn it into something that you can pitch and turn something bigger and eventually launch. And we've done this 2 years, and in both times we've had really good, successful games come out of that have had their level of commercial success as a result. So if that's something you're interested in, that'll be happening in January anyway, and you guys will be taking part as Best in Georgia. But are there other things you all want to see? More testing opportunities, more play test days? I don't know, any other opportunities? Do you guys still interested in doing a game jam site down here?
Yep.
Do you think you'll be able to do it for January, or is that you can try? All right, excellent. Okay, well, that'll be interesting to put together. All right. If you have anything else to say about GGDA, we'll do that. Otherwise, we'll jump into talking about CIMFest.
I did actually have one more thought about as far as about what you said about getting more games launched. I think for most young developers, one of the big pieces of it is just the fear of the unknown. I don't think too many developers here at CFCU have actually looked into what it takes to launch a game in something like Steam or the Play Store or things of that nature. Maybe a workshop just on launching your own game, and maybe talking through, I don't know, some good guidelines for knowing when your game is ready to launch. I know of one particular very talented developer here who just became a graduate student who's already produced some amazing things, and I keep nagging him that he needs to make them live on the Play Store. And I think his biggest hesitation is just a fear of the unknown.
And the idea that the final 10% is what takes 90% of your time. But no, that's a great idea. Any idea on people who talk about launching, Joe? No. We'll twist Joe's arm into being part of that panel. Good point. Good point. What are you actually going to do with it in the end? And not all games have to ship. Many of us developers have games we just enjoy having for our own sake, or we steal ideas from regularly on our next projects. So, no, that's a great idea, because showing the light at the end of the tunnel is very good for people who are in the middle of the tunnel. So that's actually a pretty good idea for a session.
Yeah, I know one thing we're planning to do next month is to change it up a bit. I'm actually in a intro to game design class this summer. So one thing I noticed is that students enjoy not just necessarily making virtual games, but also designing their own game. So one thing next month that I talked to some people is we're doing a card game tournament, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, with a twist. Any old retro card can go as long as it's not banned. So, we're trying to go a little bit, start from the beginning, and then maybe do another game design improv like we did early in the year. And then slowly but surely we could probably jump into the bigger stuff.
Do we have until 3 or 3:15? 3:15. Okay,
well,
good.
3:15 is when the next talks start.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's jump into CIMFest, because we still got to do the raffle drawings. That'll take at least 5 minutes. So CIMFest, great speeches, great presentations. We've had great viewing online already and great comments online. I think one thing that I'll say right off the start, and this is true throughout the GGDA, is we need a much better social media presence, getting the word out, spreading the word, and it really involves us integrating all of our members more effectively within the association. So we do have a statewide GGDA_org Twitter handle. We do have the Facebook group online. If you're not a part of those already, they're great sources of information. I'm going to call out you one more time, Joe. You just posted a question about Unity in the GGDA Facebook group, yesterday? Yeah. And about how many really good responses did you get there in about an hour or two?
No, just kidding. Several, but there was one key.
Right.
It was good. It was very good.
Great discussion on it's a Unity question I was not going to be able to answer on a very important but not very obvious aspect of Unity. So join it for those kind of discussions, as well as for promotions, information about what's going on, and so forth. So we do need to get more folks involved in the social media side. If you're interested in being part of our social media team, please do come see me. Come talk to me about it. It's not difficult. It's retweeting. It's spreading the word, and so forth. But that's the number one thing. And one thing I actually want to talk to our chapters about is having a social media officer, not to do it, but to coordinate everybody else doing it. So we'll have to start talking about that. So CIMFest, you guys have enjoyed it. Would love to hear both what you liked or didn't like, or thought would love, and especially what would you like to see different. Yeah, I know it's only been half the day so far. Apparently, a new keynote speaker is the main thing, right? He was. That's at lunch. I kept asking people what the favorite session was. And universally, it was the keynote. Then I had to say, but other than the keynote, what was your favorite? And then I got a variety of answers. 425, which was then beaten by the VR, I don't know where she went, of 626.
Let's keep that number going throughout the other two talks.
So anybody have thoughts about what you like?
Go all T-Rex on VR, right?
Did you have a question?
Here, let me go and get you the mic. Yeah, I've been bugging her to give more comments and feedback. I'm going to record them if you're going to do them. Come on. Yay! We're not even making you act like a T-Rex, okay?
I like the talks and the demos that I was able to go to, and I like going out there and playing demos. Like I've been to Siege just last year, and then all those demos would make my Siege for me and meeting developers. So maybe just a bit more game developers not from Atlanta all over Georgia coming down, showing their game off, talking about game development, because we have a lot of college students, including me, want to talk to a game developer and that kind of stuff. So pretty much.
Valencia, that's a great feedback. And in fact, we had a bunch lined up. We'd made a deal with Indie Mega Booth. They were going to do their event in Atlanta either the weekend before, July 4th, the weekend after, and then they moved it. And so we set this date for July 15th, and then they moved their event in Atlanta July 15th, and we lost a number of good devs to that. But that's a great point, and we'll definitely work on more professional devs coming down for next year, and hopefully we'll have a few more out of Columbus as well. Any thoughts on getting more folks in the exhibition area, more exhibitors, more showing?
We've tried, but the one complaint I got, it was too expensive.
Okay.
$50. Compare how much you charge for how much is Siege?
Siege is a 1,000 if you're a GGDA member, 1,250 if you're not. Though we have the indie cluster, which is 100 for half a table. So, yeah.
So just to play devil's advocate, how much did you make while you were a college student?
How much did I make while I was a college student? How much did I make while I was a college student? Well, officially, yeah, scholarships and working on the paper and writing and all those things didn't hurt. But that was weird. So yes, that is something you might want to consider. Is for students there to be a free student area, and then everyone else pay for a larger, nicer, less noisy space.
And I think something that would be kind of cool too is if we fostered a little friendly competitiveness with Kennesaw, GSU, and some of the other universities that are doing game dev as well. If maybe CIMFest 2018 there was a mini best of indie development. Huh?
So,
Big Brother School.
Get the Columbus room next year?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, for you guys that don't know, we almost had this entire building rented out except for the Columbus room, which is literally past the stairwells, another giant room. So if we do that, we could put the students in there and then make out here like the bigger people.
It'd be like when I was
We're all
a
going to
kid
be Bob Carter.
It would be like being a kid again. You got the adult table and the kid table.
All right, other thoughts on CIMFest. Are there panels you would like to see? Are there sessions you'd like to see? Would you like to see workshops instead of panels? What other... Okay, getting nodding from up here.
I'm going to bounce off of Matt Franklin right quick. He had the idea to do a teach you guys how to stream panel. As opposed to us talking, we get your computers together and we do something.
Brilliant. Yep. Here.
I was just going to say something along the lines of what are some of those impediments? What are some of the things that are blocking folks from starting a studio? You know, that fear of the unknown. How do we overcome some of those things? And if money is an issue, that's actually one of the things I'm here to kind of figure out is money an issue? And can we convert things like from the film industry? There's a lot of interest and activity in this area by a lot of investors, and typically investors tend to be older folks that have money, and they understand films because they've gone to them. You talk VR, AR, and gaming, and they have no idea what you're talking about. And so one of the things I'm trying to figure out is how do we kind of hack the system to let them realize that gaming is better than film, it's bigger than film, and it's hard for people to wrap their heads around that. But the ideas on how we can maybe best practice from around the state to help kickstart the economy here, because we desperately need it.
Yeah, that's very interesting. By the way, for those of you doing board games, talk to him about helping make your pieces at his makerspace. You guys have thoughts on that?
Actually, I do. By a show of hands, who here is actually a business student at CSU? One. The TSIS School of Computer Science shares the CCT building with our business department, which is an internationally accredited department. We have a wonderful business school here, and I have yet to see any kind of joint ventures between the computer science department and the business department. I'm thinking that's one thing that we need to remedy, because I know I've talked to a lot of young game devs here at CSU, and one of their big hesitations about starting a studio when they leave college is they don't even know where to begin. They don't know where to start.
That's a great point. And obviously at Siege, we have the investment conference up there, and games are becoming pretty big business there. But in addition, a lot of the schools, you're seeing more of a melding between the game side and the business school. Kennesaw State is trying to do this directly, where they're trying to establish an incubator. Georgia Tech doesn't have one for games per se, but they have an incubation project that the chairman of the GGDA is very heavily involved with, where they fund student projects, and they've got a VR studio in Duluth and the like out of that. And Georgia State University is integrating them very closely in the Creative Media Industries Institute that they've put together. So yeah, we should definitely talk about ways to foster that here at Columbus State. And I think it's a great idea. What are the blockers? Who are the investors we can bring in? And if you guys can find investors who just want to come down and talk, I mean, obviously we deal with investors a lot in Atlanta who are very aware of the tax credit benefits. So if you can find them, we can talk to them and just bring them out here to learn. When we first started doing the investment conference at Siege, the primary focus was not just educating game developers, but educating the investors who would come to me, and I would do presentations at places like the Atlanta Technology Angels to talk about what they should be looking for. And now we've educated both groups to the point where both are much more effective at that conference. So we can start doing that here too.
Yeah. But that would require to do one day before, wouldn't it?
No. I'd want them here. You want them in the expo area looking at what folks are doing, telling folks there, here's what you should be doing. We talking to them about here's what you can be looking for. That's sort of idea.
One question I do want to address. Raise your hand if you were at CIMFest last year. Okay. Very nice. Out of all you guys, do you guys think this is a better venue than we had last year?
Better venue, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we tried to get a bigger space, and this seemed to have worked out pretty nicely.
Okay. Any last question before we go to Raffle? Comments, thoughts, anything about CIMFest? All right. Any other comments you get, please email them to Rod, not to me. All right, let's do the raffle.
All right. It's all you pay. You got prizes and such. Yeah.
Like him.
Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing tonight? Yay! That's the kind of excitement I look for. All right, so we've got a bag of goodies right here, in addition to a grand prize, which I assume we're going to do at the end.
Yes, and Bob Carr's going to assist with that. And we have prizes that were given to us by Columbus State, various different tech conferences that a lot of my coworkers go to. I'm going to name a few: eLive, Georgia Summit. So they've donated a bunch of these stuff, and there is a bunch of free stuff that has to go, please. If you want to be. Sure. It'd be fun to switch voices, right?
Oh, sure. Although Vanna doesn't really talk.
We're breaking the auditorium.
Yes, breaking down walls. Remember, we're building bridges and breaking down walls.
I hope we have insurance, because I didn't.
All right.
Budget that.
What's the first gift?
Let's see here. I guess our first gift will be the first thing I pulled out of this bag, which
Ooh.
is a CSU mug.
A mug, a tumbler, in fact. Hence the sound effects. And that would be PBJ.
That would be
PBJ. Puzzles by Joe. 453. 3453. Last four numbers. 3453. Congratulations. All right, everybody, applaud. All right. That goes over there.
See what else we can do. Switch it up a bit.
All right.
One of these
Wow.
lovely leather-covered notebooks that comes with a pen that's a stylus.
That is very nice.
From the Georgia Summit.
Georgia Summit. And that will be going to James Hicks. Stand up. There you go, James. Come on down. All right. That number would be 3442. 3442. Fair enough. I'll do that.
We have a waterproof bag for your smartphone.
A waterproof bag for your smartphone, and that goes to 3464. 3464. Come on down, Miss Deb. Come on down. I can draw out the drama. All right. And what's our next giveaway? I think there's something for everybody in here. That's impressive stuff.
Let's do one of these. Let's do the shirt next.
A shirt.
That's one of those is a female shirt.
What size is a female shirt? Let's see. What size is this? I'll check.
Well, I'm sure a male knows a female anyway.
This is a large.
This is the female shirt right here.
Okay. And this is the male. It's a large. It is a CSU Cougar shirt.
All right. And that is going to 3447. 3447. Give it up, Ash. Now the question is, does she want the male shirt or does she want the female shirt? It's her choice. Your choice. Do you want the male shirt or the female shirt? Okay, see?
She opts for comfort.
Perfect. Yay, Ash. All right. Next, to be given away.
All right, we will do the bag from the 2017
Elution Live 2017. The gray and purple bag of holding will go to 3456. 3456. Puzzles by Joe. Congratulations. That is the advantage of buying more than one ticket. Okay. We have
a stainless steel tumbler.
a stainless steel tumbler. A stainless steel tumbler. Previously never touched. Only now it's going to have his thumbprints all over it.
Stainless steel. I'm not that bold.
It's an Apple stainless steel tumbler. 3461. Give it up to Miss Deb. Come on down. Yeah.
I feel kind of bad giving this one away.
Why? Here you go.
Congratulations. Again, the advantage of buying more than one raffle ticket. And these are completely random.
All right, so the next one is similar to the first one that was given away. However, this one is without.
Oh, man.
This one is from the University System of Georgia.
From the University System of Georgia, this one goes to ticket 3460. 3460. Olivia Hamilton? Olivia Hamilton? Your student? Okay, come on down. Well, way to go. On behalf of Olivia Hamilton, Miss Deb is picking it up. And now, again, these are all being shaken.
We'll do that.
Here we go.
So the next one is going to be a large CSU tote bag.
A large CSU tote bag, perfect for grocery shopping.
Yep.
Or whatever. Absolutely. The morning after. 3466. 3466. This will help with that walk of shame. Congratulations to you, sir. Way to go, Elijah. Everybody's picturing him doing that morning after walk of shame. Or is it walk of pride? I think it's a walk of pride.
All right.
4 minutes. All right, we're going to go faster.
Okay,
all right.
We got a pedometer.
A pedometer to help you burn calories. You're going to know when you hit that 10,000 step mark. And this is going to 3448. 3448. Who's going to step? Who's going to walk? And keep doing the walk. That's right. It's Ash. Come on down. She deserves the pedometer. We love to watch her walk. There we go. That's my Trump statement. All right. That is a tablet holder. It holds a tablet. That is very nice. A leather-bound tablet holder with a stand. With a stand. Yes, it is. And this is going to ticket number 3452. 3452. stand up and come on down. We're going to make him walk as well this time. Come on, man. You're going to buy these tickets. You're going to walk for it. There you go. Congratulations. All right.
Running out of chances, unfortunately.
Here we go.
Female shirt.
Here we go. Here we go. The female shirt. Are we ready? Are we ready? It's not just for females.
No, it's not.
It's for 3449. Who is 3449? 3449? In this case, it is. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God! Bob, are you rigging this?
I
This is
swear
rigged.
this is not rigged.
So-
Look, I'm shaking these up. I've never been here to Columbus before in my life.
We'll do the cup first, and then this one, and then we'll give the cup to the person.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to do the cup. What, we're giving away this cup?
Well,
Are we giving away the
unless you want to
ticket?
do that last.
No, that's fine.
Grab the stuff that's in the cup. It's the cup, the koozie, and the flash drive.
What are we giving away all at once?
All of that was in this cup, which is a koozie, a flash drive, and a straw.
All right. So here we go. 3459. 3459. You get a cup, a koozie, a flash drive,
Joe
and
Lucas. Okay.
okay,
We gotta draw the one.
Joe Lucas.
Hang on, Joe. We gotta draw the name out of that for this.
And you'll help us present.
Yes. Last but certainly not least, here we go.
For the Balrog.
For the personally signed by Balrog Pop, that is going to 3474. 3474.
Who won it?
Joseph. Can I say the name?
Yeah.
Joe Cern Hancock?
Joseph Hancock.
Yeah, I would say Joseph, but this is not a P.
That was the last raffle ticket I sold before I came in.
Wow, Joseph Hancock, come on down here, buddy. Time to get paid. Yeah. Very nice. Congratulations, sir. Hold on to that. Wait, we're taking pictures?
And you gotta sign it.
I'm going to sign it. All right.
On our Instagram for Middle South chapter.
All right, here we go. You ready? Here, hold the mic. Okay, not in front of
Ready?
the
Awesome.
ball. Good deal. Joseph, wait a minute. I'm about to sign it. Stand up here.
And we do have a bunch of free stuff that has to go, and it's all the way in the back corner of the Smash area.
So if you did not get your name called, go back in the back area and get your free stuff. You deserve it for buying the raffles. Congratulations to Puzzles by Joe. Congratulations, Ashton. Congratulations, Josh. Congratulations to everybody that won something. Miss Deb, you and your student. And for everybody that did not win something, you're a winner in my book, all right? Get over there. Get your free stuff. Now, let's sign this for you. Joseph, how do you feel today?
I feel pretty lucky. I'm very grateful that I bought that raffle ticket last second.
That was perfect, wasn't it?
Very much so.
All right, let's get this signed and then start up the next speaker. All right, thanks. Yes, absolutely.